Fernando Muslera leaves Galatasaray after 14 seasons. 550 matches and 19 trophies. A legend is leaving. Atlanta have contacted Stefano Pioli. The Italian is one of 3 candidates to succeed Gian Piero Gasperini. Al Nassr's coach could leave his position. Manchester United, the loss that was too much for the English press. After a 1-0 friendly defeat against a Southeast Asian selection, Manchester United are facing a flood of criticism from British media. Even with Onana, Maguire, Casemiro, and Garnacho, nothing works. United keep sinking. Napoli is about to complete a double free transfer with Kevin De Bruyne and Jonathan David joining the Serie A club once they become free agents. Roma is set to appoint Gian Piero Gasperini as new head coach. Marcus Rashford is willing to accept a pay cut to join Barcelona and is also open to a simple loan with no conditions. His chances of replacing Luis Diaz in the team are increasing. Jonathan Tah has joined Bayern Munich as a free agent. Contract until 2029. Real Madrid no longer wants to sell Rodrigo this summer and instead plans to extend his contract. Deco is not particularly convinced by Marcus Rashford. He prefers Luis Diaz, believing the Colombian will have a more immediate impact at Barcelona. A strong UEFA Conference League season for Antony ends in defeat. 8 games, 4 goals, 3 assists. Cole Palmer was named man of the match in the Conference League final. Chelsea becomes the first club in history to win all 4 major UEFA trophies. 2 UEFA Super Cups, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, and 1 Conference League. Here are the last 4 Conference League winners. Benfica is ready to announce the sale of Alvaro Carreras to Real Madrid. Los Blancos will activate his €50 million release clause. A first since 2001, a La Liga club loses a European Cup final to a team from another league. Spanish clubs had won 19 straight finals. 4-1 win for Enzo Maresca's men. Enzo Fernandez, Nicolas Jackson, Jadon Sancho, and Moises Caicedo secured the win. Real Madrid refuses to release Mbappé and Tchouaméni for the French national team before Monday. Didier Deschamps wanted them by Friday, except those in the UCL final. Madrid sent a letter to the French FA requesting rest. Only about 15 French players will arrive on time. Uncertainty also surrounds Milan and Juventus players. Several Premier League clubs are eyeing Takefusa Kubo this summer. Real Sociedad insists on full payment of his €60 million release clause. AC Milan is close to an agreement with Massimiliano Allegri. A 3-year deal worth €4.5 million per year plus bonuses awaits him. Bayer Leverkusen and Mark Flecken have reached a full verbal agreement on a contract until 2028. The German club is in talks with Brentford for a fee of around €14 million. Cristiano Ronaldo wins the Golden Boot in the Saudi Pro League. The Portuguese finishes top scorer with 25 goals. Liam Delap is heading to Chelsea. Victor Gyökeres named Player of the Year in the Portuguese League. Real Madrid still hopeful in their pursuit of Florian Wirtz. This Spurs fan got a tattoo of Mickey van de Ven's goal line clearance. Pau Cubarsí, the front-runner for the 2025 Golden Boy. Lamine Yamal, already a winner, is not eligible this year. Renato Sanchez will leave PSG permanently. SL Benfica is expected to sign the Portuguese midfielder for €12 million. Antony on his time at Manchester United, I went through hard times where I no longer felt joy. I told my brother I couldn't take it anymore. I was the only one who knew what it was like being at home, not having the strength to play with my son, going days without eating, staying locked in my room. The student beat the master. Enzo Maresca was part of Manuel Pellegrini's staff at West Ham. Carlos Vela announces his retirement from professional football. Arnaud Calamuendo is set to leave Stade Rennais for the Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen is among the interested clubs. Real Madrid and Angelo Stiller have a verbal agreement. The club is now negotiating with Stuttgart to complete the deal. Kylian Mbappé on the Club World Cup. We really want to win the trophy, it's a chance to become world champions. Crystal Palace is keeping tabs on Andy Diouf. The RC Lens midfielder is highly rated on the transfer market. Betis and Bayer Leverkusen also appreciate his profile. Martin Zubimendi has been cleared to undergo a medical at Arsenal. Today, he has a shot at the Ballon d'Or against anyone, says Javier Pastor about Ousmane Dembele. Pablo Torre could leave FC Barcelona on loan with a purchase option. Manchester City has started talks for Ryan Cherki. Twist, Antonio Conte could stay at Napoli. The club remains optimistic about keeping their manager. Here is France's jersey for the 2026 World Cup. Zaniolo accused of assault post-match. Roma claims the former Giallorosso, now at Fiorentina, illegally entered the Roma locker room and assaulted two U20 players after a semi-final at Viola Park. He was allegedly drunk and urinated inside the Roma facilities. The two U20s, Mattia Almaviva and Marco Litti, were hospitalized. Alvaro Arbeloa is the new Castilla head coach. Kylian Mbappé named Real Madrid Player of the Season. Manchester City is demanding €48 million for Jack Grealish. Damian Kamali is close to joining Juventus. At the player's request, Inter will wear their lucky kit against PSG. With that kit, 2 wins in 2 UCL matches. Lamine Yamal has made his demands to Hansi Flick for next season, take penalties and free kicks. Not be subbed off too often, especially late in games, since tired defenders give him an edge. Atletico Madrid is interested in signing Lautaro Martinez. He would replace Antoine Griezmann if he leaves. Liverpool joins the race for Hugo Ekitike. Talks have already taken place, Chelsea is also in the mix. Eintracht demands €100 million for the former PSG striker. Benjamin Pavard warns PSG ahead of the UCL final, they're a really great team and have shown it for years. But I find PSG even more consistent this season. This group is very balanced, with a great coach, one of the best in the world for me. They play great football, it's a pleasure to watch, but we won't be watching on Saturday. Many players are hungry for revenge. They've learned from that 2023 loss and came back even stronger. The stunning tifo by Wydad Casablanca fans in honor of Yassine Bounou is magnificent. The Red Devils will trigger Mateus Cunha's €75 million release clause. Arda Turan is the new coach of Shakhtar Donetsk. Al Nassr has made an offer to Luka Modric. The Croatian midfielder spoke at length with CR7, who presented the club's project. Luka Modric prefers a move to the US. Inter Miami has inquired about the feasibility of the deal. Ferland Mendy is reportedly not in Xabi Alonso's plans for next season. Zinedine Zidane reaffirms his desire to manage the French national team. I feel legitimate with France, where I played for nearly 12, 13, or 14 years. Of course, it's a dream, I'm looking forward to it. There's a coach in place and a team, and we have to respect that, which we do. The driver behind the car attack in Liverpool was under the influence of drugs. The driver hit dozens of people celebrating the Reds' title on Monday, May 26. British authorities report that 11 people are still hospitalized. Chelsea has approached Napoli for Zambo Anguissa. Karim Benzema named Saudi Pro League Player of the Season. Al Hilal is in pole position to land CR7. Here is Cole Palmer's Instagram post after the Conference League final. Juventus wants Endrick on loan. The player's entourage is pushing him to accept the offer. Real Madrid is open to the idea. Real Madrid officials informed Xabi Alonso that a move for Ibrahima Konate is not possible this summer. Liverpool wants €79 million for the defender, who has only 1 year left on his contract. Emiliano Martinez is on the radar of Atletico Madrid and several Saudi clubs. The Argentine goalkeeper is open to a new challenge. Subscribe for more football news.